everybody. Thanks for joining me as we take a look at our work week forecast for April 4th through the 8th, first full week of April here, and basically looking at a relatively quiet start to the week and then a very busy second half of the week, particularly Thursday, where we're going to see a lot of heavy rain around here across southern Vermont. We are going to have to keep a bit of an eye out in terms of any flooding issues. I don't think that's going to be a problem at the moment. If it becomes more of a problem, I'll certainly have an update to this forecast. Thankfully, most of our snow has melted, except for at the very highest of elevations here across southern Vermont, and so that's going to keep us, that'll probably keep us in an okay spot flooding-wise. But we could definitely see, there's a potential, probably likely to see 1 to 2 inches of rain, but there's a potential for even a little bit more of that on Thursday, essentially, and if we got more than that, it would start to get into the realm of we'd have to be a little worried about how high those rivers were going to rise. So just something to keep an eye on. I think it's a low chance possibility at this point, but I wanted to kind of start the forecast off with that. Let's take a look at how we're going to get there. First of all, you say, oh, Chris, why are we going to see we're not seeing rain tomorrow? Because it kind of looks like this storm's going to come through across the upper Midwest, across the Western New York, right across here, us here in southern Vermont, and give us some rain. Well, this storm is kind of in the phase of dying. Essentially, what's happening here? First, it's going to kind of drift to its southeast, so most of it's going to go south of us, and then whatever's left of it is going to die as it does so. Matter of fact, even the clouds are, because these areas of 2 areas of low pressure, one here, and then one that eventually is going to get going here across the desert southwest. Currently, are kind of sapping moisture and certainly energy from the storm as well. This storm, the secondary low that forms here, is going to try to ride up in our direction on Wednesday, and it could give us a little bit of light rain on Wednesday afternoon. I don't think that'll be that significant, and it might stay south of us, but we could see a few kind of essentially light showers with this on Wednesday afternoon. But really, it's this storm here that's going to be our significant weather maker for the week. That's going to bring us a lot of heavy rain on Thursday, and then a few showers on Friday. So what's going to happen here is the storm's going to redevelop across the central part of the country. It's going to sort of stall out here right across Wisconsin, essentially, but the front's going to run way out ahead of the storm, and then along that front, a secondary layer of low pressure is going to kind of slowly ride up the coast here across the northeast, and that's what's going to give us our heavy rain, particularly Thursday afternoon into the evening on Thursday. So let's take a look at satellite imagery. You can kind of see how already the clouds are starting to die here. We've got definitely a good swirl here that's sort of sucking the moisture out of the storm now, and then this area back to the west here is actually going to be the one that becomes dominant. It'll sap some of the moisture and the energy from this storm and kind of be the more dominant of this area of low pressures, or this complex of kind of stormy weather's low pressure. But again, this is going to mostly go south of us, but I'll show you that here in the maps as we get going just a little bit. In terms of temperatures for the week, we're kind of in a pretty moderate pattern. As you can see, there's no real big spikes in warmth. There's a little bit of warmth here across the Mississippi River Valley, but it's not super warm there. Texas is certainly warm currently, but and then to the west, across the Mountain West, we're kind of relatively mild, but not super mild for this time of year. With a lot of temperatures around in the 30s. Kind of the same thing here across the eastern part of the United States. So that'll be the case for a lot of the week. Our temperatures we're not going to have any real warm days, and we're not going to have any cold days either this week as we go forward. So let's take a look at the storm track, which we're going to show you in phases. Basically afternoon and overnights for 3 nights. So first of all, here's our first storm that I talked about that's going to be kind of sliding south of us. That looks like it's in a spot where it could give us some significant precipitation. Like, ooh, that's even a good snow track. Theoretically, it's a good place for a snowstorm to be. However, there's definitely not enough cold air anywhere around for snow. And whatever reaches us here, I think is going to be, it's a relatively weak storm and a quick mover. So I don't think that's really going to cause problems. But you can see our next storm is well to our west and starting to impact areas along the Mississippi River Valley heading towards Ohio. And what's going to happen here is you're going to notice this storm actually at this point is basically stalled, and which would usually mean that maybe just the front kind of blew through here with not too much going on. But what's going to happen here is by overnight on Wednesday, we're kind of going to have a stationary front. The low pressure system kind of becomes just swirling mass of clouds here over the Great Lakes, but it does send this area, the frontal system kind of blows out ahead of it, and along the low pressure, the southern part of the front here, the cold front, we do start to develop a storm basically along the Appalachians and just the east of the Appalachians that's going to head in our direction. So as we head towards Thursday afternoon, again, you can see our upper level storm hasn't really moved, but by Thursday afternoon, we have a pretty good storm starting to get going along this front. And what happens here is there's already some moisture and some triggering for showers and for some heavier rain along this front. And then when you ride an area of low pressure up along it, you can really get some heavy rain involved in there. So that's what we're going to have to just keep an eye on. How heavy does this rain get associated with this storm? Sorry, we're going the wrong direction there. Overnight Thursday, the storm makes its closest pass to us, probably goes somewhere across New England. Could go a little further south and east of this, could go a little further north and west of this. And there will be a stretch here where somebody who gets the maximum amount of rain out of this does get 2 to maybe as much as 3 inches of rain in a location. We're too far out to tell where that might happen yet. But whoever gets that, there is going to be some potential for at least some minor to moderate river flooding with this, just because of it'll come pretty quick, and there will be some snow melt at those highest elevations associated with it, because there's still a little bit of snow around if you get above about 1,500 to 2,000 feet. And then if we go, to Friday afternoon, the storm starts to exit, and then this storm, though, the upper level will start to finally move as everything does start to move again. The pattern gets a little unblocked, and there's going to be a lot of like swirling clouds still associated in a few showers with this storm, although it will mostly die, but that's going to kind of swing through on Friday. So we'll have off and on showers on Friday, nothing that'll be significant in terms of amounts of precipitation, but it will keep us gray and keep a few showers in the forecast on Friday as well. So let's take a look at the 5-day forecast. Today, a little bit breezy today on the backside of the storm that kind of moved through and developed over the top of us yesterday. A few clouds, especially in the morning. Those will become more sunny as we go throughout the day. In the upper 40s today. Pretty nice day. Nice day to get outside and get some stuff done. Tomorrow's the best day of the week. Mostly pretty much full sun. Low 50s, warmest day of the week. And pretty nice. Wednesday, there's a chance of the afternoon showers associated with that first storm. Again, I don't think that'll be real significant, but definitely a chance of that upper 40s again. Thursday's the heavy rain day, right? And we're kind of, it's a gray, kind of not a great day, unfortunately. A lot of rain, temperatures kind of right around 40 degrees, kind of a cold rain all day on Thursday. Not a lovely day, but it is what it is. And then Friday, a little bit better on Friday. We could see, it wouldn't be impossible, we could see a peak of sun on Friday, and the clouds should be lightening up, even as the clouds will be dissipating somewhat through the day, but I think we'll be mostly cloudy for most of the day. And we could have a sprinkle really anytime through the day, but more sprinkles in the morning, less as we head through the afternoon, probably on Friday, but still a chance of them. And so upper 40s on Friday. That's what it looks like for the next 5 days. Thanks for joining me. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel before, I'd encourage you to do so. It helps make sure you don't miss any of my videos. And if you're interested in helping support financially what I do here at the West River Weather Guy and getting some of the things, and there's some different benefits I offer to those who become patrons, you can visit my Patreon site. The link is in the description below. And I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons who help support what I do here already. And again, they really help make this happen, so we really do appreciate them. And we'll be back on Friday with an updated look at your weekend forecast. If it looks like flooding is more of a potential than I'm thinking it is right now, I'll have an update for you maybe on Wednesday as it becomes a little more clear exactly where that might happen, if there is going to be some significant weather impacts for the week. Okay? Like I said, I'll be back on Friday with an updated look at your weekend forecast.